Hello, it's Susan again. This week I'm wanting to talk to you a little bit about self care because I think there's some misconceptions about what it is. Like, we all have the idea that things like taking a long hot bath or doing things like that, that's self care for sure. But what I've come to find out, especially over the last few months, is that self care is so much more than that. And it can be so valuable for bringing you peace and helping you to figure things out. Self care, in my estimation, is anything that makes yourself better. And so for me, that has been a lot of really hard mental work as far as dealing with things I need to deal with, dealing with things I need to release and let go, dealing with things I need to come to peace with. And that has taken a lot of hard work. And so I'm really suggesting that you include that in your self care routine as well. Um, if we're not taking care of that end of ourselves, the rest of it really doesn't mean anything. And what I've noticed is, especially for women, self care tends to be at the bottom of our list. We have 5,000 other things to do, right? We have to take care of our family and our house and our job and our kids and everything else in between. And we try and take care of everything but us. And then we kind of crash and burn. And I feel like we're really doing ourselves a disservice by doing it that way, because we need to really be focused on making ourselves the best we can be in order to be the best we can for everyone else in our lives. And so a lot of the ways that I've been doing some self-care is just really living in the feeling when I get it and not trying to push things away all the time. Like, I don't do that 24/7, but we've talked some about that before, about that acknowledging the feeling and then releasing it. And by doing that, you're not just shoving it down. If you shove it down, I swear it's going to come back up later as something else. It could come back up as some mental health stuff like depression, anxiety, panic attacks. It will come up as physical stuff. Like, so many things will come back out as physical. And I know we've talked a little bit about that before, and I'll probably do more on that in the future because it's so interesting. But I guarantee you that if you don't deal with your feelings, they will come out in some way. And it may be tomorrow and it may be 50 years down the line, but they will come out. And I'd rather deal with it now and do the best that I can with it, as opposed to waiting for it to come out in some weird way, that way. So part of how I do that, I'm a certified aroma freedom practitioner, meaning, I'll give you a really brief synopsis of it. It's a bunch of mental health techniques combined with oils that help you release certain feelings. Our brain cannot fight against smell. Like, if you think about smelling like a skunk, do you automatically go, ugh? Your brain automatically does that. You can't fight against smell. It's just the way your brain is hardwired for that. So part of that is when we've got these certain oils, they're releasing certain things. And I have had so much movement in my own life with that and so much help for myself with that. Another thing I do is I'm really doing a lot of like studying, I guess. I love to learn. Like, that is just my thing. I'm one of those lifelong learner people who, you give me a book and I'm going to read it 24/7. Like, I love to learn, especially how the body works and how the brain works. Like, those are my two things. And so I've been doing a lot of reading on emotional stuff and really changing my mindset in that conscious language end of things, where I'm already perceiving things as if they've happened. And so I am constantly saying to myself, I am calm, I am confident, I am joyful in the moment, like all of those different things. So part of that is just learning where your struggles are with your mindset and really working on changing that. So many of us beat ourselves up mentally for the silliest little things. I do it all the time. Like, I was having a day that way yesterday, and everything I did, I was like, oh man, that was so stupid. I can't believe you did that. But what you can do is simply just cancel, literally say cancel, and start over with that statement and make it more positive. Yeah, I messed up, but guess what? I learned so much from it. It's all a matter of just shifting it in your brain to something more positive. And it takes a lot of practice, but I have found over the months that I've been working on that, like it's really getting easier, and people are probably so annoyed with me, my friends and family, of conscious language, like let's say that a different way. I'm sorry to all of you, but I love it and it's been life-changing. The other thing is like just set aside 15 minutes a day. That's all you need. 15 minutes a day and start doing a devotional. Start doing reading 15 minutes a day. Read one chapter a day in a like a self-help type book. Any of that. And my other suggestion, follow people on social media that really speak truth that way. One person I love to follow um, is Dr. Caroline Leaf, Leaf, on Instagram. She has the best stuff to say, and it really fits with my mindset of you're able to change your brain's patterns. Your brain's patterns are not set in stone. And so I'm really encouraging people this week. I'm going to give you a challenge this week. Set 15 minutes aside, really work on your deep personal self-care. Not the easy stuff, not I'm going to go for a cup of coffee for half an hour. Like really dig and work on some of that emotional stuff that needs to get healed. If we don't heal that, we are not going to be as good for our family, for our kids, for anyone around us. And by you healing yourself, you are leaving this amazing legacy for the people around you because they will start picking up on that. The more you are healed, the more you're putting that out there to the world, and the more they are going to latch onto that. And we're going to make the whole world better simply by taking care of ourselves. The butterfly effect doesn't take much. Like it takes the flap of a butterfly's wings to set things in motion. So if you really dig in and work on it and work hard on it, I guarantee that you will start seeing that change and you will feel more like your true self and your life will be way more balanced and way more beautiful. So go out there and change the world this week, guys. Have a great week.